G'day and welcome back to DuckZorly Gaming and our Let's Play series here in Western Australia. Okay, so we are back at it again. We have some news. We've been away a little while, all that sort of stuff, but we are going to get straight back into the hard work here. We have finished our cotton harvest. We finished it off with the last episode, or just after the last episode, and we've got a number of cotton bales here we need to go and sell. We're not going to keep hold of them. So we're going to clear them off and sell them and make a bit of profit and see what else we can do with the farm. We currently have 3 hired hands working on field 9 at the moment. We have 2 hired hands cultivating the field, and we have another one down there replanting. We are planting wheat in this field this time. Instead of doing cotton, we're just going to do an alternate planting. So they are well and truly underway. If we have a look at our map, look at what we've got to get done next. We do have to continue on with, there we go, we've got to continue on with the harvesting again of fields 5, 11, 12, 14 and 4. Very close to harvesting 3 and 2. And field 1 and field 13 are in growth. Now we haven't found our hired hands yet. We had a couple of immigrants who are going to come in and help us. Due to timing and all that sort of stuff, we haven't had them, but they should be with us very, very soon, and hopefully they'll be able to help us get some of these fields in. But in the meantime, we're going to deal with the cotton. We do need to head up here, and when we make the sales from the cotton, we do need to get our chicken coops up and running, so we're going to go buy some chickens and start getting the chicken coops producing as well. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So what we're going to do is we are going to load up some cotton bales, and we are going to drive on down to the sale point and make some money. Alright, so now the big change. We are using the updated map from DecanKane. This is the version 2 effectively of the Western Australia map. And as you can see, my steering wheel is a little bit sensitive. I haven't used it for a while, so we'll have to tweak that after this episode. But anyway, yeah, he updated the map. He now has traffic on it, which I just turned off because I had a bit of an issue with these guys here that are working on field 9 on the traffic. And he has updated some definitions on the fields and some other stuff. So we're going to have a closer look at that a little bit later. But in the meantime, we are just going to get this cotton dealt with and make some dollars. So those guys there have only got 1, maybe 2 runs to do, and then they will be finished with the cultivating. Then we'll have to clear them off the field so the seeder can get to work, and then that will be good to go. We just have to wait for that one to grow, and then, like I said, we'll head up and deal with the chooks and all that sort of guff. So I hope everyone is doing really well. Like I've said, we have been away a while. Real life really sort of bit us hard. We had some really major concerns with my wife's health. I mean, I say major, it was just very serious relapse of the problem she's got. Plus, they've also now diagnosed her with another problem, which sort of makes some sense. Fortunately, now she's just starting to come right, but it was a pretty tough time, as everyone has a tough time. We were down to the 1 income, and my income's a lot less than what hers is, unfortunately, and so we've had problems with all that sort of stuff, which I'm not going to get into. It doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, we are back here, and we're going to get into it. It's $187,000 for 3 bales, so that's nice. That's taking us straight up to $369,000. Well, actually, no, that's 2 bales, is it? Where'd he go? It is. Look at that. Alright. Oh, almost 100,000 a bale. Oh, lovely. So we are going to be at about, I would guesstimate, probably $2 million by the time we finish selling off these bales, which will be grand. We can invest in some more tractors and that if we want, some more equipment. We can buy some more fields, all that sort of stuff. Actually, no, we're not going to buy any more fields because I'm having enough trouble as it is dealing with what fields we've got now. We don't need any more fields, otherwise we'll be running like about 20 hired workers to help us do all that, which by the same token isn't such a bad problem. We can really showcase how course play is coming along and get all that going. Now, I haven't updated my course play. There has been a few updates. My good mate JJ was telling me just last night actually that course play is now compatible with the other driving mod that provides you with the similar course play type functions, and we may actually play with that on here. I've been reticent to do so. It's not something that interested me, but now I'm thinking about it. I was talking with JJ about it last night. That might be very handy to have. So we might experiment with it here. So instead of actually doing a guide on how to use it or whatever else, you can join me here and we can learn how to integrate. I can't work out what the name of the mod is for the life of me. JJ will type it in the chat down below, or I'll remember it for the next episode. And yeah, we will integrate that with course play, and we'll see if we can fully automate a couple of aspects of the farm. So yeah, we'll have a bit of a play with that. All right, we're going to head back over here. We're going to load up these next 3 bales here with our lovely automatic loading trailer, and off we go back down the road again. So pretty much a non-stop delivery. Have a look in here and see where our seed is at. Seed is already round the back side. Just hope these guys here don't cultivate. In fact, they shouldn't. They don't cultivate where the seed has been, which was the reason why we had the seeder stopped earlier, because we are running the big seed hawk. So that's a big, what is it, 25 metre width seeder. So we've only got the one running on this field because we don't need too many of those. But I think what we will definitely do with this money is we'll buy a second seed hawk, and then that way we can be seeding 50 metres across in one go, effectively with two tractors running. So that will be a definite purchase for us in later this episode. In fact, we'll do it after we've done all the cotton deliveries. Anyway, yeah, so we'll bring that in, and we'll have that as a bit of experimental and a bit of a learning curve, and sort of like a tutorial, I guess, in how to integrate the 2 mods together. So I'm looking forward to that. There we go. One of our hired hands has finished the cultivating, which is good. I'm hoping it's not the guy that's doing the seeding. No, he's still running. That's all good. That's all good. Alright, we're back in here, heading into Cargill again. Alright. So, we'll get ready to offload. Coming to the trigger. And this time, instead of actually driving off, we'll make sure we've sold all 3, which we have. 252,000 that time. Okay, maybe one of them wasn't a full bale, which we had a couple of. We had 2 of those, I think. 2, yeah, 2 or 3. I can't remember how many harvesters we used. I think we had 3. So there's probably 3 part bales there. So we may not get quite as high as what I originally thought, but I think we still have more than enough money at the moment to suffice. So we should be right going forward for a little bit at least. Mind you, it's very expensive to run this farm, as we've seen previously. Just to refill the lime and do the lime fields is very expensive. I think on field 4, was it, we paid 50,000 for lime, I think it was, something like that. And the bigger one, it was about 60, 70,000. So yeah, it is a big expense for us, but it's worth it for our productivity in the long run. So, and I mean, obviously, we have done a little bit of a cheat in a way. We are not putting down as much lime as the lime spreaders do by default. We've actually modified that. We are putting down, I think it's 100 I think the ratio set for our lime spreaders is 100, so I think that's what 100 litres or 100 or whatever it is per acre or whatever. So I think the default was something like about 900, but we've read about 100. So anyway, it's all good. It's all good. We won't worry about that. We might have to look at putting traffic back on again or two, just to sort of see how the traffic goes. But for the moment, we're probably going to just leave it off while I'm doing this. There we go, another 3 bales on the trailer. Turn around and head right back down again. There's one of our hired hands. He's sitting there ready to be brought in. He's probably just left the tractor there and run away. In fact, what we should do, just leave it parked on the side of the road. There's no traffic around here at the moment. We will actually go and grab him and we'll just move him off the field. So obviously this is our Zerion 5000, the DuckZorly edition with our big bed nut cultivator. So we'll just bring him over here. We'll shut him off. A little bit dirty, needs a bit of a clean, Duck. And this guy up here, we'll collect him when we finish this load. So we'll go off, we'll drop this load off. In fact, all the gear looks a little bit dirty, so we're going to have to give it a good clean, I think. Alright, so take this one down. There's our, we are going to have an issue. Alright, what we're going to do, oops, wrong button, oops, wrong button. I'm going to go to that one here, and we are going to bring him straight off the field because the seeder is catching up and he's going to cut across and we're going to have a bit of a collision. So what we will do is we'll just deal with that before we have the collision affecting us. Those, because he's running a lot quicker. The seeder runs a lot quicker than what the cultivators do. These things run at about 10k an hour. That thing runs at, I think it's 16 or 17. So we're going to stop driver. We're going to fold him up and we'll bring him over here onto the side of the field. I do love these tractors though. Can you tell? And I do actually have a new class to test out. So that will most likely be coming to this map. Given we'll have to wait and see how much money we make, but we'll see. There goes our seeder. Lovely. Alright, head back down here. We'll finish getting these cotton bales sold. And then we'll move back into the rest of our work. Alright. There was no traffic down the road, so that's all good. So the other thing is too, obviously we've brought 2 new games to the channel as well recently. Now, I know they're not getting as much viewership, the same as Satisfactory. And I understand that. I mean, most of my viewers are farming simulator based, and I get that. Not everyone likes these new games. They want the farm sim stuff or whatever else. But from my perspective, and certainly from a lot of other people's perspective when they're actually doing this thing as well. I mean, I'm not doing this full time by any means. In fact, I'm not even at the 1,000 subs yet, so I'm nowhere near even making a penny. Anyway, which is fine. That's not the whole intent of doing this, by the way. But you certainly, even though like I put 3,500 hours into Farming Simulator 17, I feel certainly once seasons came out there was a lot more diversity, and that's when I really started plugging the hours into it. Now, currently for Farming Simulator 19 there's not a lot of diversity. There's a little bit of diversity, and I'm really enjoying playing this map, Fenton Forest, and I've now started into Oakfield, as you would know. But I'm certainly not at the point of really enthralled with Farming Simulator 19. I sort of got a little bit bored with it, and having the bit of a break with the wife being cook and all that sort of stuff probably was a good thing in a way. Just purely from the fact that it's given me a break away from it again, and now I'm actually quite enthused to be back in here again. But also having the other games on the channel gives me a bit of a break, so we can actually go off and do other stuff. Now, I mean, the other thing, I have been spending a lot of time playing with JJ and also my other good friend DJ, so the two J's, is Division 2. However, Division 2 I won't bring to the channel because the language in that does not suit my G-rated preference for the channel. And again, that is a self-chosen decision. I want to make sure that this channel is always G-rated. I do know there have been quite a lot of viewers, including my own son, who watch my channel. So I want to make sure that people can rest assured that when they're watching this, they only hear the occasional very light curse or cuss, and certainly nothing overly abhorrent or rude and that for young kids. So the Division 2 is out, but I've really been enjoying playing that and getting a bit of a break from everything else. But yeah, so we've brought 2 new games in. So we've brought in Torchlight Frontiers, which is a MMORPG or AORPG really, and that's good fun. But unfortunately, the first 2 episodes didn't have sound, and I apologise for that. But that has been fixed, so that's still coming. And the other one, after 4 years, we've decided to bring in Planet Coaster. Planet Coaster is a game I've always loved playing. I was on the alpha for that, and the beta, and I love what Frontier did with that. I'm also looking forward to their Planet Zoo coming out, which shouldn't be too far away. Hopefully I'll get the alpha or the beta for that as well. But yeah, it's so we brought Planet Coaster, so we're doing a sandbox theme park in Planet Coaster, just for something a little bit different. I know we won't necessarily get the views and all that sort of stuff, and again, that's okay, I understand, but do check it out. Planet Coaster is great. I probably won't do it anywhere near justice, as opposed to some of the great people that use that game, like Silverette and some others, whose names escape me at the moment. But certainly, it's a game that I do love playing, and it is a bit of good fun. So, and I mean, it has got sim environments to it. It's a roller coaster sim, and the fact that you've got to do all your back end management and all that sort of stuff. So it is quite good. But anyway, so that's what's in the channel at the moment. But we are going to make sure we get some more of our Farming Simulator videos back out again. So we're back into Western Australia. We'll be back into Fenton Forest, and we'll be back into Oakfield as well. So they are the 3 Farming Simulator maps we are going to be playing for the moment. I don't envisage this stopping anytime soon, this Western Australia series. Fenton Forest, that probably will have a limited life. I've got some news on Fenton Forest. But we'll just sort of see how that goes. Noting we're also running the older version of Fenton Forest, the alpha version, which I've said plenty of other times before. But for the moment, anyway, until we get seasons. Once we get seasons, I will tell you here and now, the landscape will change. As much as I distinctly remember back in Farming Simulator 17, and my good friend Jerry, Grizzly Bear Sims, he was testing out seasons. He was very lucky to be selected as one of the people to test it and showcase it. And I said to Jerry a couple of times that there's no chance that I will be playing with seasons. And boy oh boy, how wrong was I. The same as I'm wrong with how much money we're going to make from these cotton bales. Yeah, I was terribly off-centered with that, because I love seasons. I absolutely thoroughly enjoyed it, especially with our what the hell was it? Our 40-day, 60-day challenge, 90-day challenge, or whatever it was that we did. And I did that on Stevie's Sherwood Park farm. No, was it Sherwood? I can't remember now. It was Sherwood or Snetton? Anyway, it doesn't matter. What? I can't remember. Anyway, thoroughly enjoyed it. And I've seen some of the videos. Just not long ago, there was a video that they showcased with the weather, thunderstorms and rain, and mate, it is gonna be fantastic. I mean, you look at this map right now, and I'm not saying the map. I'm just saying Farming Simulator 19. It's fairly dreary. It gets old, all that sort of stuff. But Seasons brings that another depth of gameplay and realism, for that matter. So yes, we are thoroughly looking forward to getting our hands on Seasons. So when that does come, we'll see. I might leave one of the current series running, which would be most likely possibly this one, but all the others will be tossed to the side, and we'll start new challenges and new series using Seasons. So for instance, we'll do a hard mode one and all that sort of stuff, just to showcase the experience you have with Seasons and the restrictions it places on you in relation to your working with your crops. So yeah, looking really forward to getting that, and that should hopefully be not too far away. So can't wait for the guys at Realismus Modding to release that out to us, and we can have some great fun with that. Alright, the other thing is, I did say I had some news in relation to Fenton Forest. Well, I think it's old news really now, but I've been watching the updates very carefully with Stevie. Fenton Forest ×4 is well and truly underway. He is doing a magnificent job of developing that. So that will be coming out sometime in the nearish future, but I can't wait to play that map. So Fenton Forest on drugs, or on anabolic steroids, all pumped up 4 times the size, with all the same detail and love and affection that Stevie gives to his maps. So can't wait for that. That will be another huge challenge, very similar to what this map is. But yeah, really excited and can't wait for Fenton Forest ×4 to come out. So kudos to Stevie. Congratulations, mate, on taking a big challenge, and I'm really looking forward to that. So hint, hint, nudge, nudge. If there's an early chance to have a look at it, send it my way, buddy. All right. Our second last load of cotton bales. We have 1 bale left after this. I'm obviously very short of my forecast of the money we're going to make. We're at 1.2 million now, up from 180,000. So we've made $1 million. I made $1 million pure profit from that. Well, I can't say pure profit, but we've made $1 million from the crop sale so far. This will be about another 220 for the last load. So we'll probably get to just around 1.5. And I say just around. 1.5 million is still nothing to be sneezed at, really. I mean, let's face it. Well, it's 300,000, so yeah, we're gonna make 1.5. 1.5 million in sales of cotton is decent. We've still got another field there to go of cotton to harvest, and yeah, so we're going to have a good bit of income there that we can go off to the shop and get our seed hawk and certainly get some chickens. So speaking of the chickens, what we are going to do is we're going to buy, I'll probably buy 100 chooks for each pen, for each chicken shed. I think that'll get us started, and then once we've got the chicken coops up and running and we've probably harvested another field maybe, I will then possibly start on phase 2 of our farm redevelopment. I have teased that out a little bit, and the infrastructure is there. The land has already been apportioned and laid out, so phase 2 is ready to go. All I've got to do is send some money to the builder and get the builder to come in and to build up what we want done. So we'll see how long it takes for us to get that organised. But pardon me. Yes, so that should be coming up in the next, I guess probably 3 episodes away from now. I'm figuring, probably. We'll see. Maybe 4. Depends on how everything goes. But anyway, so last cotton bale. It's a bloody big wool bale if it's a wool bale. Come off a big sheep. Alright, so we'll do the auto load. We'll capture this one. Quick turn around. And we'll head back down. And then when we come back, we'll collect these 2 tractors as well. We'll take them all in a convoy back to the farm. That was one of the recent additions that came out just prior to us sort of having a bit of an extended break. The Follow Me mod is out and working fantastic. So that's a big... It's a big game changer. Follow Me, it really is. I mean, let's look at it realistically. I mean, when we go and work on a field, if we're using course play, we can be taking 4 or 5 bits of equipment out there if you're playing it solo, and then to get it back you've got to do 4 or 5 individual trips if you don't have Follow Me. But with Follow Me, you can take all your gear out there in one trip. So especially on a 4 times map, it takes you 10 minutes to drive down the other end of the map where you're going to be working. Well, you're going to be wasting an hour just getting your equipment to and from the farm to the field. So with Follow Me, well, you can reduce that time by however many units or implements or tractors or trucks you're taking down to the field. So it is a huge game changer, and I don't think people realise how big of a game changer it is sometimes. It may not really change the way you play the game. Well, it does, and it does change. I'll recant that, but it does. But it's certainly a time saver, if nothing else. But the other thing is obviously, if you aren't into running course play, the advantage with Follow Me is you can have a combine running, and then you can have behind that a tedder running, or just a loading wagon running, or a baler running, and then behind the baler you can run a loading wagon or a tractor with a wrapper, all that sort of stuff. So I mean, it's it really is a fantastic addition to the game, and it's one of those mods. We've all said at different stages in the FS19 path that there's mods we're waiting for, and Follow Me, GPS, and course play were certainly 3 of the biggies. GPS never really worried me too much. I mean, I haven't really had to worry about GPS, or the new version of GPS that's out there. It's not something that really I had to have, but certainly Follow Me, course play are 2 essentials for me, and leading on from that, seasons is the other big one. So we'll wait and see how we go with seasons, but I'm certainly looking forward to grabbing that, as I've said a couple of times already. Now we're already at the end of an episode, so what we are going to have to do is I'm going to drive the truck and the 2 tractors back to the farm. That's where we're going to end the episode for today. And I think what we will do is we will do the chickens and everything on the next episode, which I'll be recording pretty much straight after this one. Yeah, we'll do that. So we'll just come up here, we'll get these guys, and we'll make that decision known. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to have this guy following the tractors, because the tractors won't keep up with him quite so well. Alright, so we come up behind. Now I may have to start their engine. No, there he goes. Now, right, we don't want an offset. Thank you. Alright, now you are going to... Right. And then you are going to be driven off. There's our seeder. So he's still hard at work. Now I just don't know if the truck is going to turn back onto course. Yeah, he's okay. Alright, so we're heading back up to the farm. As you can see, I've got the GPS mod running on this particular tractor. Alright, and there's our cotton field off there to our left hand side, so that's what we'll be doing in one of the next episodes as well. We'll start that cotton harvest, make a bit more money, but for now it will stay as it is. And the other thing we're going to do is check out to see what these field definitions are. So apparently DecanKane has tidied up the field definitions, which removes my need to have done what I've done with the fields in sort of editing them. Oh, I've lost them. Philip got lost. Whoops, I didn't have to go that far. Alright, where is he? Here he is. We'll try that again. We'll bring him up. Don't know why he lost the trail so quickly, but anyway. So we've got Matilda following behind. So she's still behind, alright. Then we're going to head up here and get behind this guy and then head back into the farm. We're almost there now anyway, so we're over halfway. So we'll start doing the signing off. So again, thanks very much for joining us. Hope you're enjoying this episode, and I certainly intend to get a lot more episodes out a lot more quickly. So hopefully you'll be seeing a lot more of our farming sim, particularly WA and Fenton Forest, in the next few weeks, along with all the other game series that we're playing and enjoying. But thanks very much for joining us today. Don't forget to press that subscribe button and the like button if you liked the episode, or the dislike button if you didn't. Oh, I know what's going on. I know what's going on. He's set to... Right, so with this follow me, it gets... The tractors and that will sit on the maximum speed set by the... Anyway, you know what I mean. Alright, so anyway, doesn't matter. So yeah, press that like button and subscribe if you don't have a subscriber. I'm ending this in a mess. Anyway, that's all good. Expect nothing else from DuckZorly Gaming. Anyway, and until next time, no matter whether it's morning, afternoon, evening or night, no matter where you're in the world, take care of yourselves and your loved ones. And we'll see you again very, very soon back here in Western Australia. See you all later. Bye.